I'm Davey.
I'm Misty.
DMWATS.
Unscripted.
Unedited.
Unapologetic.
Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? I am Davey.
I'm Misty.
And we are DMWATS. We got some good news, but before we get into that, we are episode 102.
Episode 102, first off.
Yeah,
which is amazing.
Yep. So episode.
But it's a special episode because we didn't record last night.
That's right. Because right below episode 102, you guys may notice Agent K. So let us explain Agent K before we do. Let's get into this. DMWatchPodcast.com. It's where y'all can find us. All the streaming services. You're already watching us on YouTube or listen to us. Thank you. Doge, AMC. Hey, Sheba, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But Agent K is the stealer for the day. So Agent K stands for Kylan Amir Hobbs. Agent K is our new grandson.
He was born yesterday.
He was born yesterday.
And that's
so there
wasn't an episode.
There was no DMWATS episode yesterday. So we are proud grandparents of grandbaby number three. So we are
grandson number two. And he's the third grandbaby. So we're pretty proud grandparents. We are.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, there's no matter how you feel, when you hold your grandkid in your arms, it does something. You know, there's that feeling of, we have your own kids, but then the grandkids, it's totally different. It can be totally different. So we can say that, wow.
And I've been crying all day.
Yes, you've been crying all day.
And I'm just so proud of his mama, Sonia, and I'm in love. I'm in love.
Yeah. It was a good time.
He's amazing. I love our grandchildren.
Yeah, the dog and stuff out of the way. But
to be there, when they're just a few hours old is a whole other thing.
Totally different.
Totally different.
If she could just get that thing away from us.
Well,
it's our dog. But anyway, no. Seriously, no, it was a totally different thing to be there, to kind of not see it all happen, but go through the contractions, the epidural, and all that other good stuff. But to be there next to a baby is born, then just to walk into that room, see him all swaddled up. You know what I mean?
And he was sleeping so peacefully, and I'm like, man, I'd give anything to sleep like that.
I know, man. He was sleeping very peacefully,
he was amazing.
And then our daughter's doing great. Our grandson's doing great. So
she's so good.
We're pretty excited about that.
It was, I'm gonna say this. She didn't understand because I kept saying, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And she goes, why do people keep saying that? Why are you proud of me? I had a baby.
Yeah.
Women,
like it's nothing.
Millions of women every day have a baby.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I said, and it is still so dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And you did it, and you are fine, and you are well, and you guys made it, and women still don't.
Yeah. It's something that people have to understand and think about, that having a baby,
it's trauma.
It is a lot of trauma to your body. It is a lot. I mean, I wouldn't know, but I'm just saying in general, it's a lot of trauma to
the body.
To the body. And it is a proud moment.
It is.
When they have their child. Our dog brought that right back over here.
It's what Nola does, because we're talking about a baby.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're not talking about me.
Yes, he's a jealous dog.
She is a jealous dog.
But no, seriously, like we said, our third grandson is born. Holding him in our arms, it was a magical moment, to say the least.
And it was one of those, you pick him up. No, you pick him up.
Yeah.
No, you pick him up.
It's been a while since either of us held a baby in our hand.
I haven't held a baby in 20 something years.
Yeah, let's just say that
obviously we've held Ayla.
Yeah. We're gonna have a few pics after the episode when we end it, but
because we're proud.
Yeah,
we're proud. He's so handsome, and he's got his grandpa's hairline.
He does. The George Jefferson hairline right now. And
he's so handsome.
He's got the nose. He's got the Hobbs nose.
He has so much hair. You guys wouldn't believe how much hair he's got.
Yeah, he's chilling. I'm gonna tell you that he's definitely
a chill baby.
He's definitely, as of right now, he's a chill baby.
Well, but a lot of babies aren't.
Yeah, well.
I mean, some babies are screaming right off the bat. Sarah was screaming right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. So. And so we got to see him today. What else did we do today? We went and got shots. That's right. We got shots today. We went and got.
You were the smart one.
But what do you mean?
You got it in both arms.
I got it in one arm.
In one arm is what sorry, you got
Mm.
both in one arm.
Mm.
I got two, and I was like, oh, I don't want it all in one arm.
Yeah, I was like, nope, get all in one arm. I don't want both of them over here.
So now I'm just like, owie.
Yeah. So we got the flu out of the way.
And pneumonia.
We got them both out of the way. So hey,
get your flu shot.
Look, don't sleep on the stuff that's happening, people. Like it is,
because it's 10 times, everything is 10 times worse. Why? Because we've been wearing masks and we've been separated.
Yeah.
So the common cold feels like death now.
Yeah.
So
please.
You know, with the flu and pneumonia, we both got a pneumonia shot.
Yeah. So we went in. We're not playing around. Like,
nope. I'm not messing around with this.
So we did that, and that's like we said. That's why we weren't here. That's why we weren't here.
So much has happened.
Yeah. Oh, so getting into this.
I have rock star hair right now.
Yeah.
So you guys pop into YouTube so you can see my rock star.
Get in there.
Poison me.
Yep.
Because it is very poison right now.
Yeah. So what else happened? Oh wow, so Sheba, right? The Sheba's
going down. It's on sale.
Yeah, Sheba is on sale, people.
Get the Sheba.
And what we have to say is this: like, for those who is like, oh, it's drowning, like Sheba's going down, it's a wrap.
Stay in.
They told you guys that somebody had put $8,000 in Sheba when it first came out, and it is now worth $5 billion,
which is what we call a whale.
That person is now moving their money around. So
it's
somebody moving that money around is going to affect the price.
The point.
And what does that mean for you? Is a good buying point.
Yeah.
If you weren't able to get in on a low end, and then it shot up high, you're like, man, I ain't able to get. Now you can get in.
As of right now, the person isn't selling.
Nope.
So good for them. Go with God and keep buying.
Yeah, keep buying, guys. Let's just go ahead and
I have to say this, AMC, I know you. So I'm a popcorn person.
Yeah, go ahead, tell them, baby, what AMC doing.
I adore popcorn. Movie popcorn. AMC is getting into the popcorn business, people. Yep. So they're going to have to-go things, delivery things, in the mall things, and even microwave popcorn. So we can take it home from the supermarket. I am a popcorn.
She's a popcorn fiend, right next to cheese.
This is why we have a popcorn machine, and we have microwave popcorn upstairs.
Yep. Like, not even joking. So popcorn. She's not kidding. We have all those things here.
Give me all the popcorn.
Yep. She's all about that popcorn. So I have pulled out a topic that we can integrate everything we've been talking about into.
Good.
So the topic of today is podcasts. Good or not? Good or not? Check it out.
Well,
podcast, good or not?
They're good.
Oh yeah.
So my favorite podcast.
Okay.
Seth Rogan.
Yeah, we love the guy.
I do. I love it because it is so horrifically sometimes honest.
Yeah.
And it's just it's great. My son turned me on to it a long time ago. And when I would work, I would listen to Seth Rogan because he's talking like we talk.
Yeah.
And a lot more cussing and a lot more smoking. But you know, I love it. I love podcasts like that.
Yeah. I mean,
I love his podcast.
because
I mean, I love ours, but
a lot of things that I like about his is that pretty much is what people don't like about it is because he's brutally honest. I mean, I don't agree with everything that he's honest about. Like, it's like, hey, that's his opinion, and of course you're entitled to. But what I also like is, all right, man, well, let's match points. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just tell me something. Prove.
He wants the truth.
He wants the truth.
And he has, what I love about him is he has everybody on, whether he agrees with them or not. He has everybody on so they can say their point of view. And I don't necessarily agree with, oh God, I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah, it don't matter. He has plenty of people on there.
He was a political guy. He had a show. Can't think of his name.
Bill Maher?
No.
Okay, I don't know. I just randomly said I don't know.
But and I don't agree with him at all.
Yeah.
But I love that he goes on there and gives his opinion and that they talk it out and that it can be that way. And then like the next episode will be Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, now that I can wrap my head around because I'm such a nerd.
Right. So let's
Elon Musk.
Yep.
I mean,
yep. What I like he was on Seth Rogan. Yeah, that's right. He was smoking weed, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He got in trouble because he was smoking weed.
If Seth Rogan asked me to come on, guess what I'd be doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. So look, I mean, I get what you're saying, but you know,
so DMWATS started out as therapy.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, bro, you know, and then we just went on and did this.
We get spanked every time we say fuck.
Yeah.
And not in a good way.
Not in a good way. Not the kind that makes you smile. So, but one of the things
I'm pretty sure your mom stopped listening.
Yeah, she probably she ain't hit us up on nothing else, but it's all good though. She didn't stop. I guarantee you, she just was like, wait till I see y'all. I ain't said nothing, but wait till I see y'all.
She gonna beat us.
Yeah, but let's podcast good or not. What makes a terrible podcast? There are some people watching us now that said, y'all are what makes a terrible podcast. Y'all podcast is terrible.
You're still listening.
But the fact that you listening long enough to tell us that we're terrible tells us that you're wrong. Right? Tells us that you're wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
this is episode 102. If you've been listening all this time just to tell us we're terrible.
And we're in a lot of countries. So I will say this as far as my opinion, what makes a terrible podcast. I don't want to hear a woman.
What?
I don't want to hear a woman that has a certain amount of money talk about wine or her kids that are in private school, or, you know, what she thinks that when she is this, you know, has the money to make her skin this tight, talk about the newest creams.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have a privilege. Why are you talking about that? Let's talk about real life.
Let's talk about it.
Like the fact that you cuss at 3 a.m. if your kids wake up.
Yeah, let's talk. That's real life shit though.
Or if they spill something on your white couch or your white carpet.
You're pissed.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that you don't like the teacher. Let's talk about, you know, real life stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of this, oh my God, I bought a $600 turtleneck and it just totally smooths out my chin that she doesn't have.
I don't know who she's talking about, but she's not a fan. So, but I also
there's
think
like 5 of them.
There's a lot of them. But I also think it's important for when you get a podcast, because we've also come across some new podcasts, because we research, you know, podcasts, just look at what people are doing. We also find that we come across podcasts. There are people out there where we listen to, and like they don't like, look, you can do impromptu podcasts. Hell, we do it. You can impromptu it all you want, but you need to make sure if you're going to impromptu it, that you can talk.
Or that you can't get funny.
Or that, right. Look, we don't consider ourselves funny at all, but some random hilarious shit happens here. That's just what happens. Right. But you need to make sure that you do have the gift of gab. Don't get on there and start talking and then realize you don't have anything to talk about. If you do that, don't post that. Yeah. don't. We've listened to podcasts on Spotify. And I'm like, wow, man, should probably gave that up. And we listen to some people podcasts that look. The congratulations for those who can get the mixer that can make the sounds.
Oh my goodness.
But the majority of your podcast can't be those mixer the sounds. We've seen some where it's just like, man, it's like every 30 seconds is another sound.
We have Knowledge huffing in the background.
Yeah.
And her rolling her her puzzle around, and we have Scar whining. That is our background.
Or she jumps up here and we get pissed off. But
or I scream because she scratched my shot.
Yeah. So, but there are people with the sound effects.
It's just like,
it's like, dude, like
constant.
Like
it's constant editing.
Yeah, consistent. You know, adding in this, adding in that, and like, look, there are people out there listening. Like, well, who are y'all to say what makes a good podcast? Okay. Once again, you're listening to
people.
Once again, you're listening to us, so we must be doing something right.
I don't like podcasts where they don't cuss.
Yeah, I don't.
Because that's not normal. Unless it's a story. There's murder mystery podcasts.
I do love those.
I do too.
Love the murder mysteries podcast.
I can't think of any of them. But you know, a great show right now on podcasts.
Dr. Death. Dr. Death was a podcast. That was a good one. That was a good. It's not a mystery. We know who he is, but
we know what happened. That was real life.
Yeah, that was real life.
But
There's
as
no
far
mystery
as like
behind that
fiction
at all.
goes, if you want to watch it, it's great. Only Murders in the Building.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. They did a good job.
And what's her name?
I do not. Selena Gomez.
Oh my God, they were brilliant. You got to get through a few episodes, but they are brilliant, and it's a brilliant series, and it was fun, and I was just laughing, and Tina Fey's in it, who I love.
Yeah, of course.
But it was great because it was this just like something happened, and they decided to do a podcast, and it was just funny to me. Yeah,
and I think, good or not, do your research. That's what's important. This is not a podcast, and I think we've said it before. Hey, doing a podcast is not something that you can just sit down and do.
It's not.
Now, granted, we choose to do ours Monday through Thursday.
We do.
People do them twice a week or
once a month
or once a week. We choose to do our Monday through Thursday. Look, we're at 102 episodes. That's not hard to do if you do 4 days out of the week. Of course, and they're like, oh, you're gonna run out of things to talk about. I beg to freaking differ.
You don't know us.
You don't know us very well at all. We will have plenty of topics.
As my father would say, you need to be able to sell ice to an Eskimo. It is a home shopping network without us selling anything, basically.
Yeah, and so I got it. That's true. That's true. Without us selling
right here.
Yeah.
This phone does a million different things, and I will talk your ear off for 8 hours on this phone alone. You have to make sure that you can do stuff like that.
And I will tell you everything that it does except ring.
And he'll do another 8 hours.
Yeah, that's look, bro. But I gotta tell y'all, like I said, what we found with podcasts, like one of the things that makes a good podcast is one, controversy. You know what I'm saying? I honestly, I think two, it's controversy. I think one is being personable. So to be like being somebody, you got to be somebody that people can.
Human.
Yeah. So like even famous people with a podcast,
they have scripts.
Yeah, they have scripts. Or like it's hard for me to get with to listen to a podcast with somebody who's already was already a millionaire and then decided to do a podcast.
Well, because we can't relate.
I can't relate to that. I can deal with Seth Rogan because I'm not saying he was rich already.
No.
What I'm saying, I'm not saying he wasn't rich already. He had more money than we did, but
he's a real.
He's real, right?
He has kept his personality real. The circle he runs in and on his podcast are real. They're still real people.
Right.
They didn't let that go to them, at least on the podcast.
Right.
I mean, he might have his kids in private school. I don't know. I don't care. He's still that guy.
But
he's still Seth from the street.
But just my thing is just let somebody take it, stream it to an audience. I mean, heck, when we did ours, I think we did ours and then we let some folks watch and they gave us some input. Like, hey,
we did that for we did 6 episomes and we sent it out to our friends, our close.
And man, it was harsh.
Confidants.
It was harsh.
And we were
brutal.
like, give us all of it. And it was, the one thing they all came back and said was, you guys are personable and we can relate to you.
Yep.
And that's the thing. You'll never know. If Davey and I win 500 million in a lottery, you'll never know. Because we're still going to have the same damn problems that we have now. Because guess what? The money we would get wouldn't solve our problems. Our problems are human problems.
Yep. They'd still be here.
Family.
Yep. They'd still
We're still going to have a leaky faucet that's got to be fixed. We're still going to have a dog or two. You still have normal life.
I'd fix the leaky faucet though. 500 million. I'd definitely get a new faucet. But I'm just saying. I wouldn't fix it, but I'd get it fixed. $500 million. I mean, I wouldn't have that leaky faucet. No
see, I'm still going to fix the faucet though.
I said I get somebody to fix it.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, or I could do it in 2 hours the minute it happens. Like that's what I'm saying. We got a gasket upstairs, and I'm like, babe, I just need $50. Can I get a new faucet, please?
Get it out of the way.
I will take care of the rest.
Yeah, all we saying is this, folks. When you like podcasts, there's something that sparks that makes you be like, hey, I can deal with it. Makes you want to listen again. Ours, we truly believe that our listeners. That when it comes to us, do we have millions and millions of listeners? No. Look, we ain't finna tell you that we perfected the formula of getting tons and millions of people to watch us. No,
we don't know shit about.
No. Yeah, but we definitely, watching other things, it's just like, man, this is terrible. This is terrible, or this is, we can see that when people have successful podcasts, a lot of it is from people who already have built a following.
Right.
And people want to know if Drake came out with a podcast, tons of people are going to listen to the podcast because it's Drake. Because it's Drake. It's like, okay, Drake got a podcast. Cool.
But what I find interesting is that
I was about to say Barack Obama, but he has one.
With Bruce Springsteen. Oh my God.
With Bruce Springsteen.
The boss and the former prez have an amazing podcast.
Yeah.
Hello. Who doesn't want to?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Hey, President Obama. President Obama has, I'm going to tag both of them in this YouTube.
And the boss.
Man.
And they're talking about racial divides and growing up in the same era and all the things, how far we've come, but how far we have yet to go.
Those guys are awesome.
Please.
But that's what we talk about. Exactly. That's what we talk about, different podcasts.
But I find it interesting that history repeats itself, and it does in all genres, fashion, home decor, all kinds of things. But podcasts are nothing more than a radio show.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's all it is, a radio show.
It's a radio show.
It's a radio show.
I find that amazing that we're back to a radio show.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool.
Listening to people.
I think it's pretty cool.
Because the original podcast, hello, it's radio. Every morning when I was getting ready for school, Alex Bennett.
Yeah.
Live 105, San Francisco Bay Area.
There you go. But I mean, I like
Teller
it.
every morning.
Those guys are awesome. Penn and Teller. Those guys are awesome. But I will tell you
that's what it is.
Exactly.
That's your radio show when you're driving to work. It's a podcast.
107.5 WGCI.
Ooh,
Chicago.
See?
But I think they reached out even more to Chicago, but GCI. But and what's the one we listen to in the morning? Heather and whatever his name is, the one whose laugh you really can't stand. Yeah.
Okay, so full disclosure. So we live in a suburb of a bigger town.
Yes.
And I worked in radio.
Yes, you can't stand this dude's laugh.
And I love the Hitman as a person. But your radio personality pisses me off.
I'm gonna tell you, we be driving, listening to him. And this guy called the Hitman. And
he laughs at
his
own
laugh,
jokes,
man.
like
his
wildly,
laugh.
like it's not even a
it's a wild laugh. Like ain't I funny? The joke might have been funny, but now it's not.
I couldn't do that because my grandbaby was born. And I just look at Davey, go, why the fuck do we listen to this shit?
I'll be sitting there in the car, and I'll just sit and turn and look at her, and she has this mean look on her face, like, if you don't change this damn channel immediately, if you don't change it. So,
and again, he's a great person. He's a good guy, but the radio formula is bad.
Yeah, exactly.
We need to evolve, people, but it is nothing but a podcast. You get snippets of the life, and they have their topics.
Yeah.
And their own formula. And that's what you and I do when we pull our topic and we just, as you say, off the dome.
Off the dome, baby. Off the dome. It's off the dome topics, baby. Unscripted. That's the whole thing right there.
And we need more fishbowl topics, people. DMWATS@gmail.com.
Make no mistake. Do we need more? Yeah. Will we get more if you don't message us? Absolutely. It's the thing that when I think the only reason why this works is because it is known that whether you like it or not, whatever, we are unapologetic and we're here to stay. I mean, we do this podcast.
Whether you listen or not, we're still going to do this because it's our therapy.
We do this thing right here for us. If you guys like it, great. And we appreciate it. We'll keep doing it. Some people reached out, took pictures of our banner,
a lot of people
reached out to us. Hey, thank you guys. If people stop and take pictures of the banner, like, hey, don't I know you guys? I guess. Yeah. But hey, thank you. Yeah, probably. But thank you guys. We appreciate it. Look, but thank you guys for tuning in. It is, as always, this one is supposed a special place in our heart, this episode.
Yeah.
We had to talk about our grandbaby. We got to talk about our grandbaby. One of three, but he's the new addition.
I will say, he's new addition.
Yeah, I can do that.
But I'm going to say this. Anybody that says, hey, I'm going to start a podcast, encourage them.
Encourage them.
Because it is a therapy, whether it's theirs or them
Yep.
with a friend or whoever, encourage them.
Regardless of...
Cheer them on, listen to it.
Regardless,
it's work.
Regardless of what we said, the worst podcast is one that's not put out. The one that you don't do. So, yeah.
Are we talking about a check or are we talking about
what else? Stop it. Fine. Whatever you want to call it.
It's the one you don't do and the one that doesn't put out.
That's right. There you go. There you go. So just look at however you want to look at it.
You just give out that advice. Hey. You just keep throwing that out there, baby.
Hey, whatever. Hey, once again, episode 2 about Agent K, Agent Kylan. We are 100% over the moon. Head over heels.
We're head over heels in love with this child.
Yep. DMWATSpodcast.com is where you can find us. All the streaming services. Listen, Doge, AMC. Look, still hold on, guys. Still hold on. If you're in there for the long run, Diamond Hands.
Keep that one. Market.
Keep that in mind. Diamond Hands, Sheba, Saitama. Once again, all these are buying opportunities. Wait, do we gotta say we're not financial advisors? There you go. Got that. We're not financial advisors.
And
I can't believe I gotta say that
every day. But just do
thing.
Your work
do
and
your
do
research.
What you want and follow your gut, and you got it. I promise.
Got it. Yep. So anyway, signing off for DMWATS. I am Davey.
I'm Misty.
We're gonna see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna take care and
we're gonna go spoil our grandbaby.
Yeah, look at our grandbaby. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.